Welcome to Cleats and Convos.
I'm Liv Moots, presented by State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Boom. Deebo, how you feeling?
I'm good. How we
How
doing?
you been doing? How's the calf?
Calf doing pretty good. You know, taking it day by day.
Day by day?
So, you know, we'll see how I keep going.
Good. Okay.
Progressing.
How's it been having your own podcast?
I mean, it's a little different. You know, it's kind of fun. You know, kind of want to be the voice and let people know what's going on and my thoughts on everything that's going on. But other than that, we're pretty smooth.
We've got now some NFL talk between you and I. And we've got your Deebo's Bundle of the Week presented by State Farm. Deebo, we're going to go one player at a time here. We've got a few options here. There were some standout performances across the board.
Yep.
We had Saquon Barkley. We had Malik Neighbors, Derrick Henry, Jayden Daniels. There was some of your own teammates actually had some pretty great performances this most recent week. Who do you want to start with, though? Who were you pretty impressed by?
Oh, I ain't. See, it's kind of crazy to say impressed, but like I'm kind of like happy for him that, you know what I'm saying, he got the opportunity that, you know, when it presented itself, he went out there and made all the plays. But I'm definitely going number one. I'm going Jauan Jennings.
Have to.
Got to, for sure.
Have to, yeah. We'll get into him a little bit more when we talk a little bit of 49ers. I know maybe it was a tough game, but we got to get into it.
Yep.
Anybody else in the league outside of Jennings that
I'm gonna go with the young cat over there in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Neighbors, that boy having spurts of showing like he one of the guys in the league.
First player ever, I believe, to have 20 receptions and 3 receiving touchdowns in the first 3 weeks. He's a rookie, which is very impressive.
Yep.
Do you think he has a chance at Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's going to be pretty close with the quarterback over there in Washington. He's playing out lights out as well. But them two is playing, tremendous football right now. And, you know what I'm saying, like the sky's the limit for them two. And, all I can just say is keep stacking the days. And I feel like it'll be one of those guys.
You think Jayden Daniels, I mean, he looked pretty smooth the other night.
He was hooping last night. Like, he was balling.
He was.
He was hooping.
He really was. He kind of had like a, I don't know. I think about this a lot, but there's just some quarterbacks that just have that it factor, that swag to him, and he has that.
Yeah, he had all the energy in the world, especially like when they had the ball. I think the last drive that he had, you can read his lips, and he was telling the coach, like, continue, like, give me the play. Like, he was asking for the play, and coach was telling him to huddle up. It's just like he was already in that mode, like,
I saw that.
ready to go. And, I think at the time that he threw the touchdown, I think I remember the people on TV saying that there was only 10 people on the field on offense or whatever, I think. And you can just see he got a man off the edge, like, no pressure. He just, knew they was in zero and gave McLaurin a opportunity, and he, Terry just do what Terry do, just go out there and make plays.
Yeah, he was very cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, for sure.
Very confident as a rookie. Back to Neighbors a little bit. What kind of a season do you think he's going to have this year? I mean, I know we've seen him obviously in the first 3 weeks, but
yeah, me kind of like it's kind of hard to say what kind of season, because I don't get to see like too much and like get to watch a whole game. From what I see, like he's balling. Like as long as he get the opportunity, he's always going out there to make plays. And he had a tremendous catch in the back left of the end zone last week. Circus catch is what the people say, but he's just been balling like ever since LSU, and just been hooping.
Love it. Okay, let's go back to your teammate Jennings. 3 touchdowns, 11 catches, 175 yards. First 49er since Jerry Rice to do this. Were you pretty impressed with what you saw out there from him?
Lie. I'm watching the game, and like them man catching everything, like. I'm talking about, like, it's just I don't got too many words for what he was doing. It was just like JJ just being JJ, like going out there and taking advantage of every opportunity that he get. And, I mean, that's just him. Like, I see it every day at practice, every day at work. It's just like his confidence like I'm the best player in the world. And so that's what makes him who he really is.
So you expected that?
Yeah, for sure. When the opportunity presented itself for JJ, like, he always go out there and just give it his all and make all the plays that come his way.
When you return, what do you want to add to the offense that you've now been able to watch on the sidelines?
Only been out a week.
I know, but isn't it? Aren't you itching to get back?
Yeah, I'm definitely itching to get back
on.
for sure. But I just kind of want to bring what I've been bringing, like the physicality, the energy, and everything, and that, what I'm saying, that the Niners culture is, and just continue to build off of that, and like continue like to get back on track and keep stacking these wins and just bring everybody together.
So let's talk about the game a little bit. Obviously, it was close. It seems like it's always close against the Rams. Why do you think that is? Just division?
It just feel like we play them like 10 times a year. You ask me, like it feel like we play them almost like every other week, with with them just being right there. But every time we play them, it's always a close game. It's always a dog fight. They gonna give it they all. We always gonna give it our all. But it's kind of started to turn into like a rivalry for real. Cause like it's back and forth, and overall, like they went out there, they played well, they executed, and we went out there and executed as well. But it's just like little mental mistakes that we know like a couple plays out there that we know we can make, and just minimize that. And then I feel like we would have came out on top.
Who are some of the 49ers' other rivalries, would you say?
I'm gonna go Seattle for sure.
Interesting.
Definitely Seattle.
I feel like there's a rival that you're not going to actually say the name of, because we don't speak of that team.
Seattle and the Rams. I'm just go with Seattle and the Rams. That's it.
Are you leaving some out?
No, not at all.
Okay, we'll go with Seattle and the Rams. That it does feel like the Rams are pretty back and forth with you guys. What is your mindset after dealing with drops? We saw some of those in that game, and I'm sure you've had some in your career.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Where's the mentality at after a game
It's
where
just
you're maybe
like,
not?
me personally, like if I drop a ball in a game, it's just like I'm kind of like in my head, like if the ball come, which way I'm gonna catch it? Like, do I catch it with my body? Do I try to catch it with my hands again? So it's kind of like it's always like thoughts. Whether like people say like play fast, even though you're still playing fast, like you have a thought of like a split second, like when the ball is coming. But overall, like we had 6 drops, of course, but at the end of the day, like I've seen both of those. I've seen our whole room, like our whole team, like making those plays 100 million times. So it's just not like it's just like I think it's just like a focus issue or whatever. But at the end of the day, like it's football. Like you're not gonna make every play that come your way. So we just put it behind us and just move forward.
Speaking of plays, wild last play in that game, really close to scoring. Is that something that the 49ers prep for, moments like that?
Nah, not at all. Like,
Okay.
nah, we don't really prep for those. But I feel like we was just a player away. Because I feel like after our tight end tossed it back to our center, I feel like if that was one of our skill players, like in that moment, I feel like we would have scored. But at the time, it was like, we got Jake Brundle, who's not really fast, and then if it was somebody else, I feel like we would score. But at the end of the day, like I said, the Rams came out, played a great game. They executed well, and they got the win.
I think they were missing Deebo. That's what I think. Maybe I'm biased.
He's missing a lot, man.
That's my
At
opinion.
the end of the day, you still got to find a way to win.
Totally. Talk to me about the urgency after falling 1-2. You started 1-2 one other time in your career, actually. In 2022, you guys started 1-2, but you finished 13-4, and you made it to the NFC Championship game. So what will it take to turn things around and kind of have a similar thing happen to you guys this year?
Like I said, like we just got to minimize mistakes. We got to make plays when it comes our way, and not only on our end, but for us defense as well. For us, like third downs, like getting off the field, like. It's just like as a whole, we just have to be better as a team if we want to get to where we want to be. And so overall, like we just go out there and just put that behind us. Like a lot of people say, like don't really put it behind us because you just came off a loss. But I mean, you got to do that in order to move forward and know what you have and know the guys that you have in the building. So we just go from there and just continue to get better day by day.
Do you feel like with football you have to have short-term memory a little bit?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah,
I remember
like you can't hang on to stuff.
Nah, for real, because I remember we played the Rams in 22, and I ran a slant, and they thought I had a concussion because I got hit in the chest. And you go in the concussion tent, and I didn't get hit in the head or whatever, and they was like, what team did we play last week? And I didn't even remember. So I'm just like, is this what the question's going to be like? Because I done put that behind me. Like, I'm in the middle of a game right now. I'm not thinking about who I just played last week, and it was just kind of crazy. Like, but yeah, you definitely got to have short-term memory.
Well, I am going to throw it back to a team that you have played, but we're going to talk about how they performed against the Texans, the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little bit about just how great they've been playing, Brian Flores and this defense. What makes this defense so good besides Brian Flores? I mean, they're looking pretty nice right now.
Brian Flores is doing an outstanding job over there for sure. You got to give him his flowers. But kind of what I said on the show last week, like, he's just causing havoc. Like, you don't know where they coming from. You don't know what coverage they playing, where the people going to end up. So overall, like, you just got to, like, as a receiver, as an offense, you just got to be wherever the player is telling you to be and just hopefully nobody's just there, because at the end of the day, like, he's causing a lot of havoc. He's blitzing a lot. He's disguising. He's doing a tremendous job.
Are the Vikings the real deal?
Nah, I mean, you ask me, they playing really good ball right now. Especially like we go to Sam Darnold. Like
Let's talk about him.
He's playing lights out right now for sure.
You played with him last year.
Nah, we always knew that Sam was a guy for sure. But we had Brock or whatever. So I mean, he was our quarterback number 2 at the time. But we always knew that Sam Darnold had an arm. He was smart. He'll make the right decisions. And it's kind of showing. And like I said, he's playing tremendous ball right now. So you got to give him his flowers as well. So I mean, he's just hooping.
Speaking of flowers, there was a comment made that the Saints are pretenders, not contenders, and that they have Derek Carr. Remember that. What is your opinion on that quote? I'll just let you respond to that.
Not to get too much into it, but it's early in the year. Obviously the Saints playing really good ball. They was leading the league in points. So I think they overall, you're not going to score 40, 50 points a game. Like, you're going to run into people that's, got a good scheme and got a good game plan. And at the end of the day, like, Derek Carr has been playing out this world since he's been in the league. So, not to speak too much about it, but I think the Saints are still playing real good ball right now.
Who do you think are the top NFC teams right now?
Gotta go Vikings for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still Niners of 100%. Seattle playing really good ball as well. Like, overall, like, the conference itself is just like you got good teams all around. So can't leave the Cardinals out. They playing really good ball as well. So overall, like, the conference is just like neck and neck with the talent and how teams are playing right now.
Do you think the NFC or the AFC is deeper?
The NFC for sure. It's not changing.
He's throwing jabs at my home team, I think, maybe a little bit. It's
no
fine.
jabs at the Broncos.
Come on. Football's back in Colorado, baby.
Broncos got a dub this week.
They sure did. Now, being a Broncos fan, I know that let's just take it one weekend at a time here.
For sure.
Can't get ahead of myself, but any players outside of the ones we've talked about? We talked about Neighbors, we talked about Derek Carr, we talked about Darnold. Any other players that you're seeing that you're like, ooh? We talked about Daniels.
Off the top of the dome, not really that I can think of for real, besides Kyler Murray just doing Kyler Murray thing, running around, making plays with his legs, making plays with his arm, getting guys in the right position, just like throwing dots, like literally Kyler Murray just being Kyler Murray. But that's just one I can think of right off the top of my head, because kind of like I said, I ain't been able to watch a lot of football. But also Josh Allen, like, nobody wants, like,
I was just
when Josh Allen, like, you can't
trouble.
beat him. Like, you can't beat him.
You're in trouble. Yeah.
With the big arm that he got, with how smart he is, and the decision making that he makes, and the outstanding back that they got over there, like, they're playing complimentary ball right now.
Yeah, but that hump that they run into every year when it comes to the playoffs, that same group, they struggle to get over. You think that if they keep going the way they're going, they can finally take down the team that shall not be named?
I kind of don't think about the hump, because at the end of the day, like, you can go to you can make the playoffs, you can not make the playoffs. I remember COVID year, we didn't make the playoffs, and like we'd have made the playoffs almost every year since I've been in the league. But I kind of think that's just like a thing that people say, like, for us, like, because I feel like if the playoffs was like a 3-game series, like almost like basketball, but not for real. I'm not throwing those suggestions out there, so don't take what I'm saying and try to make a 3-game series out of it. But I think like it's just one and you're done. Like, it's at the end of the day, you don't have another op. But at the end of the day, like, the team that you playing could be better than you, or you make a mistake here, you make a mistake there, that kind of calls you the game. So it's just like, I feel like it's kind of like a toss-up.
I mean, you obviously have 4 quarters in a game, but do you think that we would have a very different look of playoffs if it was multiple games?
Nah, we're not speaking on that. It's only one game. We're going to keep
one
it
game.
One game. Yeah, for sure.
But that does make it tougher. You got one chance. You got to.
That's it.
It's
that's why I say, like, you got to minimize the mistakes. So, like, one mistake, like, people don't know, like, one mistake, one wrong step, anything could lose your game. And, like, that's just the game of football.
How do you mentally prepare for that? Like, what's the mentality part that you've got? What was the toughest part mentally for you in this league, getting over that kind of thing? Of like, you're going to mess up and you may cost there may be costly things that happen that are your fault or things that you do or whatever, but how do you get over that?
It's kind of hard because, like, once you make a mistake, you know that, you're kind of the reason that the game didn't go his way. Like, you kind of in your head, like, dang, like, if I wouldn't have did this would have happened. Or if I would have did it right, maybe it still would have happened. So, like, even if you did it right, what if the outcome was still wrong? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it kind of plays both parts. So you can't always, like, you're going to mess up in a game. I've never seen somebody just go out there and just play a perfect game. So, like, when you mess up, just don't blatantly mess up. But if you mess up going fast, and maybe playing fast can help it.
Do you feel like the mistakes aren't what's like really bad, but what's really bad is if you hold on to the mistake and let it like...
Yeah, if you hold on to the mistake and you drag it on like to the weeks and weeks, I mean, you're mentally done. Like you're not gonna last for real.
Okay, so we had some pretty interesting, good football this most recent week. Obviously, it's very early in the season still. Lots can change, lots can happen. We do have some chat questions. Rizzler 2024. Last night, LeBron tweeted he likes watching Josh Allen play football. Deebo, who do you like to watch play football?
Fred Warner. That boy, that different. Like, the way I've been in the league going on 6 years. I think he was here a year or two before me. But, like, his progress of, like, no days off, like, no vet days, in the building every day, doing everything that he needs to do to make sure his body is ready and prepared for games, and like how he approached practice, because like what y'all see in the game is what we deal with every day in camp. Like, and it's kind of annoying, like, to a point, but at the end of the day, like, you can't do nothing but respect the way he plays and the energy and effort and how he runs the defense. Like, you can't help but respect it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the proof is in the pudding for sure. MJ the GOAT says, who's the funniest player in the Niners locker room?
Funniest player in the locker room. I'll probably go with Jauan. I'm gonna go with Jauan Jennings for sure. Like,
really?
And he really comedian. Like, he got his own like lingo. He got his own little swag about everything.
Is he quick with it too?
Yeah, he quick with it for sure.
Because I feel like that's like the funniest people are just like witty and they can come up with it like.
Yeah, he's definitely funny
top.
in his own way for sure. You got to know him to know that he's really funny though.
Love it. Okay. SF6 Rings. Ooh. Says, Deebo, what would you give up for the 49ers Super Bowl right now?
What would I give up? That's kind of a hard question. Like, they ain't give me no options or anything. You just said, what would I give up? I don't know. That's something I got to think about. That's kind of a hard question.
That is kind of a hard question.
Yeah,
would you give up one of your cars?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can take a car for a Super Bowl. Yeah, car gone.
Which car? Do you have a least favorite car?
I'd probably go...
Or do you love them all?
I love them all, but if I had to give up one, I'd go Cadillac. I'd get a CT5 up.
Little upgrade?
Yeah, I'd get it away for a Super Bowl.
Would you get something else?
Huh?
Favorite car?
I'm gonna go with my Mercedes. The S580 is my favorite car because it's just like smooth, ride smooth. You know, got little pillows with a head a little bit. You know, we just be in there cool.
I drive a Mercedes, but I don't think it has all the bells and whistles that yours does.
Yeah, put pillows.
But I still love her. She's great. Yeah, she's maybe not as good as yours, but still good. Any final thoughts, Stevie? Anything you want the world to know? Obviously, this will have many more episodes, but anything that you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, not too much. You know, we're gonna fix these. We're gonna fix these minor errors that we having, and you know, Niners gonna get back to playing the right way and bringing everybody together for his offense, defense, special teams, and we gonna get it. We gonna figure it out and get it going.
Love it.
Sure.
And you're feeling better and feeling optimistic about how you're doing.
Taking it day by day, and we just see how things go.
Love it.
For sure.
Well, this has been another great one. Deebo, you want to send us off? Let people know what the show's called and all that good stuff.
A great episode featured my little brother Xavier Leggett. You know, plenty more guests to come. Y'all let me know who y'all want to see, and maybe we can work it out. But other than that, catch y'all next Tuesday on Deebo's, yours truly, Cleats and Convos.